Yo, what is good, yo? It's your boy Ty back here with another video. In this video today, we are going to be watching a little gameplay from my wager versus DBG that did go down last night. For those of you who don't kind of know the basis of this, DBG put out a tweet, I don't remember, on April 18th, somewhere along those dates, saying I was scared to play next gen comp. Look, I got upset. I was like, okay, that's, I love DBG, but I was a little upset. I was like, okay, that's just whatever. And then he put out another tweet later talking about the triangle cut doesn't need to be in the game because it's an abuse mechanic. And I said, okay, DBG, the triangle cut's not in the game and post hooks aren't in the game. You're not beating me. Got into this thing. We wagered. We wagered a PSN name change, which we'll get to that later on today. But just know, if I swept him, he had to make a public apology video. And if he swept me, I had to make a public apology video. That's what happens if either of us got swept. So there's a lot that went into this. But I went to next gen, went to his console, PlayStation, which that's not much because I'm used to playing on PlayStation. And this is really what transpired. Now, before we dive into it, if you are new to my channel and have not yet, please consider smashing the subscribe button as we are on the road to 70,000 subscribers. And you guys are just going to see. We're not going to watch all of this game, but we're gonna watch enough of it so you guys get a good kind of grasp. I'm sending a double team right away because my thing is I just gotta get him rattled. And there was a lot that went into it. Oh, defense isn't really, you can't even play defense on next gen. There was so much that went into kind of next gen. Now remember, I don't really play on next gen, so it was just kind of a new little thing to me. But at the same time, it's the same thing. It's still 2K at the end of the day. And look at the first shot of the game from Kevin Porter Jr. Are you kidding me? KPJ from way downtown smacking the lightly contest after he just missed a wide open. So we're talking about getting blessed. I'm already getting blessed. Now this first game was on my host as well. So that kind of plays into what happened in game one. Not to ruin it for you guys, but that just plays into kind of what the game in general, right? If you have hosts, you're obviously going to have a massive advantage. In possession number 2, again, I'm sending double teams. You don't want to keep the triangle cut in the game, that's fine. Good luck with your spacing. Y'all want to know what happens when I send a double team? Watch where his guys run. This is why next gen is broken. Look, I send a double team. His dudes are running all over the place. Like, he's got to do it in the middle of the paint, just camping out there. Like, you just don't know where dudes are going to run. That's why the triangle cut is indeed needed in a 2K. If you think I'm losing a jump ball, you don't know me. Give me the ball and watch Bobo work. Look at Bobo. I didn't even get the burst animation. Oh, there we go. Yes, sir, Bobo. His corners are collapsing, but I'll put you right into that rim, DBG. We're off to a great start. Already up 5-0. Again, just sending bodies. Sending bodies. We get a Justice Winslow pluck. You'll love to see it. Walk back. Be a little patient here. No reason to rush, especially when I got Bobo. Oh my goodness, that's good defense by Matt Bonner. I'm not gonna lie with you. That's all right. I'll just do one more little hesitation. Out to Kevin Porter Jr. smacking another white. Are you kidding me? We're off to a great start. We have all the momentum right now in the game. He scores a quick bucket there, gets a dunk. That's fine with me. That's totally fine with me because we got Bobo, the man himself. You know you're not. It's tough. He was actually playing pretty good defense on my man's Bobo. There's no doubt about that. I couldn't quite get my feet set right there. And 2K let me smack another white. This was on Hall of Fame difficulty. And 2K let me smack another white. I was so stunned. DBG got on his mic. He was obviously very mad, very upset. And then on the next possession of the game, you guys are going to see, guys, he was so rattled. He was rattled at this point, which I would have been too. My Justice Winslow got a pluck. Couldn't quite get that one. Oh, I thought I didn't get that one to go. Justice Winslow hit a white. I thought I missed that one. I thought there's no way 2K gave me another one. But we're already up 14 to do. DBG pops on his mic once again to just complain. But hey, look, you can call it Ty Bless, but it all starts on what end? The defensive end of the court, where DBG has 2 points, 2 minutes and 30 seconds into the game. That should have been my steal, honestly. That's a good shot. And he deserved to knock down that white. I mean, he deserved to knock that one down. Matt Bonner from the corner can't get that one to go. And we start to see the momentum change a little bit. Now, not that it was a big deal because I'm already up 9 points, but momentum swung a little bit. DBG found his rhythm just a little bit. Oh, yeah, that's good D, though, Ty. That's great D. I can't even be mad. That's such great defense. You're saying you can't play defense on next gen. I think you'd be mistaken because I was moving right there. Bonner gets the slam on the other end, and we're up 15, or we're up 16-5. Now here's a possession right after that. We're playing great full court man-to-man defense. You only got 8 seconds to get the ball across half court. DBG must have forgot about that rule because he took 9 seconds, and we'll take the ball back. I don't know what happens here. Okay, let's see right here. Ferry, okay, little pass and screen away action. I thought nobody's guarding me. Why not pop it? I ended up missing it. KPJ Sky in for the rebound. Oh my goodness, that's good defense. DBG normally doesn't play that good of defense. Here's a possession. DBG, I don't know what the defense you were running there was. I'll take a wide open 3-ball, green light. You can't say I'm getting blessed anymore when that's green. DBG throws an absolute scary right there. I stopped on the break. I was in such a rhythm. I thought, why not? Stopped on the break. Wasn't able to get it to go. DBG gets 3 back on the other end. Oh yeah, Bobo. Chill, Bobo. I don't know why you're doing so much. I shot another moving shot, and that's the thing. I'm new to next gen still, so I'm not the best at it. But the more I play, the better I do get. So, I mean, I'm getting better at next gen. Oh, yeah. The defense is what we love to see. Justice Winslow, that's got to be like his 3rd steal already. He wasn't even doing too much on the offensive end, but defensively, he was really looking like the man with the plan. Let's see. We're already up, what? Already up 13 points. Like I said, I send a double team. Just watch what happens with his guys. Like, you just don't know who's ever going to cut when I send a double team. Like, you just don't know. Who's going to cut here? You don't know where your players are going to run. He actually threw a great pass. He got a full. Kind of got hoed, no doubt about it. But, hey, I'll take it. That's what momentum is about. You get hoed on one end. I'll take my 3 on the other end. And we're already up 18 points in game 1. Now, look at this shot. Look at this shot he makes to end the quarter. Here's what I don't like about next gen. There's 2 seconds left in the quarter. Like, what am I seeing? That shot should never, ever, ever go in. So at the end of the first quarter, we're up 13 points. We're playing good. Nothing really going on. And he leaves KPJ open again. Like, after this game, I kind of wish I would have grinded for J.R. Smith, because on next gen, JR has to be so tough, especially at the 2, because KPJ was hooping, man. He was definitely hooping. Played very, very well. Oh, yeah, we're playing great defense. Give me that. Another steal for me. Going on the other end, what happens here? Justice Winslow, I'm so bad with your release, but we knocked down another white. And the majority of the reason we knocked down so many whites is just because we had momentum literally all game long, because DBG's offense was just boxed. And that's what I'm saying. We were playing defense, really moving and grooving all game long. You love to see the way my defense is moving. Bobo too long and lengthy. We'll take the easy steal. Do I pull it? Oh, I thought I would pull it. You kidding me? Why would I pull up when what is going on? What is going on right now? Okay, yeah, let's just settle down and give Bobo a nice 5 out. It's just so hard to guard. And, I mean, the rest is really history in game 1. He cuts it. He goes on a little bit of a run here. I mean, it's down to an 18-point game. I think he dots the corner here. Yep, throws a good pass over to the corner. I think he scores this possession somehow. Probably some fluky score. I mean, I live with that. He gets a steal again, another transition and 1. So he cut it back down to 13. I think that's as close as he gets it. But he did go on a little bit of a run there, cut it that back down to 13. A lot of it was because he was just sitting in this zone. And I couldn't really green like that. He would switch from man to zone in the middle of the possession. I was struggling to green with everybody right now outside of Kevin Porter Jr. That dude had an absolute burner. He had 18 points already. That's more than half of my points alone. DBG White's on the other end, and that was just kind of the story of the game. I greened the majority of my shots. DBG did not, and he was just continuing to show me different looks on defense, which, I mean, he definitely had to. He had to keep showing me the different looks, because if not, I would have just kept frying. And Bobo, I get a full, maybe the most hold possession out of all of them. That's a great contest there from DBG. Pretty good defense all the way around. And it's back to 12. I said I don't think it gets closer than 13. It's back to 12. One thing I forgot to mention at the top of this is we did have lineup restrictions. So if you're wondering why I'm running this specific lineup, it's because we had specific lineup restrictions. KPJ up to 21 points. Like, I realized, I thought KPJ greened a lot of shots. I didn't realize he had this many of my points in the first half. Now in the second half, DBG makes an adjustment, and obviously we exploit that as well. But he was loading up on Bobo. Going into this game, I wanted to score 60 points with Bobo. The way he was loading up, it just wasn't able to happen. But nonetheless, we were still playing great all the way around. Great defense right there. He threw that. I had to look. I was laughing so hard right now. At this point of the game, I was literally laughing so hard. Like, the fact that he throws this pass, I was laughing so hard. I was like, come on, man, DBG. Like, There's no way you threw that pass. I had to call a timeout to kind of regather myself, I think, because I was just so stunned that he threw that pass. 15-point lead here. And I mean, if it wasn't for the start, DBG would be a closer game. That's really as simple as I can put it. If he wouldn't have got off to such a bad start, it would have been a closer game. Ferry for 3. We get a nice bait there from Felipe Lopez. Let's see what I turn it into. Probably nothing. What do I got going on here? Just get the ball to my point guard. Get the ball to my point guard and just get out of his way. Bobo giving me a slam dunk. And there's another double team. Should have been my steal, honestly. And you guys can just see. That's a good shot from Wesley. But anytime I run a double team, his guys run all over the court. It's just so hard for him to consistently get a stop. I couldn't hit the right icon to save my life. That's just a good defensive possession to close out the half for DBG. Up 17 points, guys. Up 20 now after I get that one to go. He comes back with the 3 of his own. I get a 3. It's just we traded 3s. Right now I have 49 points and 39 of them are because of 3s. And DBG just had no way to stop me. Like literally just try and zone, try and man. And nothing worked. You want to go man? You can't guard my man's Bobo. I thought I threw a dot there. Low-key I did. I got to hit the corner. He's just leaving my man's Felipe wide open. I don't know why. Like, he's just leaving dudes wide open right now. I'll take it. On the other end, Bobo moving 3. Y'all can't say I'm not the toughest. I'm greening moving 3s with Bobo. And yeah, that's basically it for game 1. All there is to it. Basically ended up flooding him in game 1. Now moving on to game 2 here. Game 2 was on his host. So a lot of people, thought DBG would beat me on his host. It's just a lot. That's what a lot of the common people in the community were thinking. Game 2, started game 2 again on his host. If you don't think I'm playing as aggressive, you'd be wrong. I'm still going to play super, super aggressive. Bait lanes, try to do what I can. Now, movement-wise, maybe not as fluid, but that shouldn't be able to stop me from doing what I need to do, especially with Bobo. Bobo went crazy in the second half of that first game because he stopped giving me the 3 ball. Once you load up on Bobo, I'm going to knock it down from the 3-point line. And that's the tough thing about defending somebody on next gen. It's like, you either got to choose whether you want to send bodies and make them make a read or what you got to, you just got to kind of make them think about things. So it's what I tried to do in game both 1 and 2. And I felt like defensively, I was stout. Like defensively, next gen, current gen, feel like either way, you just got to show them different looks. Try to, be unique in what you do. I tried throwing it to Ferry so much earlier there. It just didn't work. But again, my whole, objective here was to just get Bobo as many touches as possible. Now, that's kind of my objective. Matt Bonner kind of sold me the entire night, but it is what it is. Obviously, DBG was just out of his comfort zone. I wanted Bobo to get a triple-double. As you guys can see, he had 2 points and 3 rebounds. It's so hard to get a triple-double in this type of a game. I mean, it really is, especially in a competitive type setting. Bobo to the cup. We'll see what happens here. That's good defense from DBG. He's getting some stops early on, taking away the 3-point line, and so I just got to go crazy with Bobo. It's that simple, but it's been a pretty evenly back and forth game, back and forth affair to start things off here in game number 2. Justice Winslow was okay for me, but more than anything, I couldn't green at the start of game 2. That was my biggest problem. That's the way DBG got a lead early on is because I couldn't green shots. We're 2 minutes into the game. I've gotten 2 points right now, and I feel like I've gotten good looks on every possession outside of the one take with Bobo. So there's nothing I can really do about it. I just got to keep taking my open shots and just live with the results. It's really that simple. Bobo for 3, can't get that one to go either. And it's just, like I said, I just couldn't green at the start of this game. That's all there is to it. I shoot an accidental fade right there. I'm just out of rhythm. This is probably DBG's highest moment right here. We're on his server. I couldn't green early on in this game. He greens that. We're down 5 points early on, 3 minutes into this game. And here's where I got to the point. I was like, there's no way I get beat, right? Like, no way I lose in this sort of a setting. And then I get the ball to my sharpshooter, Kevin Porter Jr. The dude doesn't miss. The dude legitimately does not miss on next gen. I don't know what it is for the shooting guard position, but he's got to be one of the best on next gen. That's what I'll say. The Galaxy Opal. I was just using the Ruby KPJ, not even the Galaxy Opal, but I'm just telling you guys right now, the Galaxy Opal KPJ has to be so elite. One more over to Bobo, and that's got to be green, Ty. Got to find a way to green that. Nonetheless, good white from Bobo. He's giving me, I'm getting wide open shots on every possession. It's just a matter of can I green them or not. You see some dribble moves there from DBG. I see you. It's just like, I feel like when I send bodies at DBG, that's when he gets kind of rattled, right? He doesn't know. If I just let DBG work out, he's going to be fine. There he throws a little bit of a dot there. I'm playing pretty good defense, though. Justice Winslow, again, he didn't have to do much ball handling for me because that's Bobo's job. But when he did, he was decently effective. I just couldn't green really with the card like that. So that's kind of the biggest problem I saw with Justice Winslow. Oh my goodness, I was going to say, I was owed that low key. That was a crazy good rotation by me. Oh my goodness. And then I fry him on the other end. You can see the green popped up just a little bit late for Ferry there. But that was a great kind of sequence by Danny Ferry. Getting a block on one end, a fake block if you ask one, and then on the other end turning it into a green light. So I mean, I went from being down 5 to going on a run. That's really what happened. You guys can see my defense led to my offense. Justice Winslow slamming it down, and really we went from being down 7-2 to now up 15-11. So really we're on a 13-4 run right now if I did the math right, and this just is, I don't want to say the rest is history because it's not over yet, but we were looking pretty good right now, no doubt about it. I knew he threw that way later than he threw that, but it didn't register until it was too late, and that's a shot I got a green. Take over with Ferry. I shred the release. Don't even know how I shredded it, but nonetheless, we're still on a good little run here. Now, I don't know why he run Pokachevsky. I know he likes Pokachevsky. I don't know why he runs him. He misses that. Justice Winslow from half court. He misses the lob. Justice Winslow turns that into a half court heave. And I know he's going to try to overplay my man's Ferry. There, I kind of catch him off guard off the inbounds. Knock down the shot. That was only a long 2 because I don't know why 2K only gave me a long 2. Oh, well, it is what it is. I'll take it anyway because it is basically a free green. That's a great shot from DBG. That's a great look. He just didn't green it ultimately. He should have shot that with Pokachevsky. And that's the thing. I feel like a lot of times DBG is too hesitant. Like, he just needs to relax and just play normal. And right now, he's just kind of hesitant with the ball. And that's going to turn into offense for me, especially if he's not, comfortable taking these open type of shots. Ferry, that's got to be green. It's wide open. I knocked down a big white, though, but I got to green that. It's a good shot. It's just got to be green. And I feel like with Takeover on Next Gen especially, you can green literally anything with sharpshooting Takeover. It's so overpowered on Next Gen especially. Here you just send body. You send bodies, try to not let him get comfortable. And you guys are seeing, making guys cut. That's really what it comes down to. On Next Gen, it's so easy to make people cut. Current Gen, people do cut, but Next Gen, if you send a body, people cut left and right. There, I got a full with Bobo. Matt Bonner did get the offensive rebound and put back ultimately, but the full with Bobo is not what I wanted to see. Okay, now I still got KPJ in the game. Okay, Justice Winslow. Okay, that was the toughest green ever. I was so stunned. I shouldn't even have taken that shot. That was a 29% that I somehow greened. I'm going to try to get my subs in the game because I know my guys are tired. He tried quick stop in there. Didn't get the quick stop off. Didn't get the free board that it should have been. And here we're off to the races. You guys know who I'm doubting. KPJ. Has he not greened a shot all game long? Green light. We're now up 16 points on EU servers, man. On EU servers. And I mean, he brought David Wesley in the game, and at this point, guys, I mean, what more is there needed to be said? We're up 18 points in the first half here, and that's a good pass. He knocked down a wide open shot there. But at this point, guys, it's just tough for him. I mean, he's sending too many bodies. Matt Bonner kind of stinks. There's no doubt about that. But he's sending too many bodies. I'm getting boards, making whites. I got momentum. And it's just, the rest is really history. That's all I can really say right now. Now, he's trying to get stops, and at the beginning of this game, he got a ton of stops on me. That was the biggest difference I saw, is I was missing shots at the beginning of this game compared to afterwards. Like, after I got my rhythm, I really didn't miss too many shots. Now, he did cut the lead to 14 points, so it still wasn't really over. But then I get Matt Bonner, another good look. Matt Bonner struggled all game long. That's one thing I will say about the card. I don't mind Matt Bonner, but he was struggling to green shots. I think I end up getting a bucket here somehow. Yeah, that's such a fake bucket too. DBG paused. I would pause too. Literally, you play 23.5 seconds of great defense and don't get a stop. On the other end, guess what DBG does? Turns it over. Tim Legler for a green light. And yeah, at this point, guys, the game was basically over. We basically ended up winning by 20 points. He put Utah in the game at the end. Kind of balled out with him. But yeah, we ended up with a 20-point win on EU servers, getting me a 2-0 victory over DBG. I hope you guys did enjoy the gameplay for today, guys. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe if you are new. And as always, man, I love you guys and have a blessed day.